Hey guys, just coming to you today. Wanted to actually shoot this blog while I was out helping a mate. He gave me a call a couple of days ago and he said he's getting swamped with, and could I go and give him a hand. And very fortunate that I have a home-based business, so I can go out and do that and then continue to work into the evening. And he's been out dealing with, help cleaning up, after these storms that we've had here in Brisbane. I'm not sure how many of you are familiar, but over the past week, and indeed over the last month, we've had some pretty severe storms and some very unfortunate suburbs have been hit pretty heavy. What I found really interesting while I was out on site and looking at the difference in what people are posting and how people are talking about different things, especially like on social media and so forth. They're talking about the weather at the moment, how crappy it is, how humid it is, how unpleasant it is for them at this point. And I was out working with these guys and I was indeed talking to the homeowners of some of these buildings. Now, some of these suburbs have been hit with 120 km/h winds, and trees have come down, part of houses have collapsed, walls have been blown out of these homes and so forth. And these crews are in there cleaning this stuff up. And it was really interesting to see what was coming in on the social media line, like what people were posting. And then talking to these people, and indeed the homeowners of these homes. And it was really interesting, like these homeowners, as I was talking to them, talking about how fortunate and lucky they were that nobody was hurt. Not a mention of the weather or anything else, but they were just so grateful that these big gum trees that were surrounding their properties in the outer suburbs of Brisbane here, and how fortunate they were that nobody was hurt, and that only the visitor place or their visitor accommodation area had been completely destroyed, or their kitchen in one house that I went to help with the cleanup. Only part of their kitchen had been destroyed, and they were able to get some tarps on there before any damage and further damage had been done to it. And I was again looking just before on social media and what people were posting about how inconvenienced they've been. What I wanted to do this post about today was, what meaning do we attach to events, to things that happen to us in our lives? What is it that you're doing right now? And this is what my call to action for you today in this blog is I think take some time to think about what meaning are we attaching to the events that we have going on in our lives, or the actions we're taking right there and then. I was talking to the guys and the crews that were out there working on this stuff, and they were really happy and quite, they sweat, they were drenched because it's so humid and hot out there while they're working away, cutting up these trees and making safe these areas. And yet for them it was a sense of contribution and the fact that they could help these people to improve their lives. And that's what they were attaching to being out there. Not that it was hot, it was muggy, they felt disgusting, whatever it was. Their focus was the fact that they were actually able to get out and help the people that they were helping. So my call to you today is, what meaning are you attaching to what you're focusing on? To what events do you put a meaning or think of how is that impacting on me right now? And are you putting it in a positive, or are you putting it as a negative? So until next time guys, I'll check you later on.